I've lost 3 kilograms of body weight and have put on muscle. Although I'm yet to do my DEXA scan to find out just how much muscle I've put on, I can visibly see that my muscles have got bigger and I feel stronger because I'm progressing in my calisthenics workouts. One of the reasons I have decided to have a body recomposition, where I have ever so slightly decreased my portion sizes for fat loss, but also put on muscle at the same time by increasing my protein intake, is because I wanted to see if it would affect how I feel and if it would affect my calisthenics training, because being slightly lighter would make a lot of the exercises easier as I depend on my body weight. I'm curious to see how some of my old clothes fit me after this body recomposition. You'll only make a change when things are uncomfortable enough. The reasons have to mean more to you than the sacrifices that you're going to have to make to accomplish your goal of losing the fat and gaining more muscle. And for many years it wasn't good enough. I was like, well, I just enjoy training. But I knew that I was not training to my full potential because I wasn't looking at my portion control and I was always slightly fluffier. You know, genetically I've always had visible abs just because I don't store my fat there. I store my fat on my bum and my legs. So perhaps to you guys, when I'm training, it doesn't look like I'm fluffier. Psst, psst. If you're interested to see how I achieved this look of losing some fat and gaining some muscle, then you can watch this video here that goes into a little bit more detail. But I noticed the difference in how my clothes fit. I'm much happier. I've only lost, like I said, I think 3 kilograms, and it's just made such a difference to my training, and I just feel good. And yeah, I'm reaping the benefits of the secondary effects that I also feel like I look good. So I started, I went back to my parents' house and I was packing a few clothes that I didn't usually wear just because they felt a bit tight when I was putting them on. I've put some of the clothes back on. My style was a bit out there back in the day, and it fits me and it feels really good that they fit me now. Now there's also some clothes that don't fit me. I didn't have much muscle mass when I was younger, but I also was much slimmer. I used to be overweight. I was quite an overweight child. Then during my teenage years, I was quite slim, but I didn't really have muscle mass either. And then in my late 20s, discovered resistance training, started working out, turned 30, concentrated on calisthenics a bit more, and started to put on good muscle mass. And a little bit of fat crept up naturally, I guess, as I went through my 20s, like most people do. I was never overweight again like I was as a child. I just want to perform my sports to the best of my ability by getting my nutrition right. And we all want to feel and look the best that we can possibly look. So I thought, why not? Why not give myself the chance to do that? And then, hey presto, 4 years on, and this is how I am now. Let the fashion or not so fashionable show begin. Bell-bottom trousers. Made me look like Gretchen from Mean Girls, I thought. Look, so it doesn't actually go over your shoulders. You wear it, you put the buttons on like this. It's like if Mean Girls was set in Paris. It's like Mean Girls set in Paris. Do you remember, these trousers are from the early noughties? They're so low. Yeah, there was this obsession in the early noughties with having really, really low-rise trousers. So this is the only pair I kept. Maybe I have another pair, but I don't know, I quite like them. They're so low. I think I am going to keep these just because I think they suit my figure. However, if I eat just one lettuce leaf, I'm going to get bloated and I definitely wouldn't be able to wear this with my stomach hanging out. These trousers are like a pair of super high heels. They look great in photos and videos, but they're not very functional. You can't really walk about in them. I just need one of those obnoxiously very small handbags. With a small chihuahua in it. Because any kind of bag I own is a plastic bag from a British supermarket. Or I do have one bright fluorescent orange running rucksack and then a general like black rucksack to have my work laptop, but that's about it. The bootleg isn't too long, so I can wear them with flats. All I need is some sunglasses and... Night fever, night fever.
Let's add some bling, swap the trousers for some green old jeans that haven't fit me for about 5 years, but keep the corset because that just goes with everything. Okay, we've gone from Paris chic to American sci-fi movie or sitcom.
Now, I obviously like block outfits, a bit similar to my gym outfits. I like when the colour at the top matches the colour at the bottom. So I'm going for this green look. Jazzed it up, like so. My best friends, my two best friends are tailors, and one of them has made this so that it fits my waist. I have an abnormally small waist for my proportions, so she's just cinched in the button here so that it actually like goes around nicely, and I love it. Also, when you have an abnormally small waist but then a larger bottom half, you need to wear a belt that's super tight so that it doesn't go down, and this is great. I can do this and it holds up. I can even squat. I don't know if you can see me squat from all the way back here. So this is great because obviously you never know if you're going to pass a gym or pass some calisthenics bars and feel like a cheeky pull up. I've got all my crap there, but I just can't help myself. That actually really hurt, but not because of the jeans, because I'm wearing a ring.
Would you believe me if I said I'd never worn the blazer in my life? But I'm gonna start.
Not sure if this works, but I have a lot of outfits that are more costume based as opposed to just dressing up outside of my gym clothes. So this is channeling obviously Legally Blonde, even though I've clearly got black hair.
The blazer needs ironing, but I used to wear the skirt and the blazer separately. I've never worn it together because it definitely looks like a Halloween costume. Heads up, most of my clothes do.
It's not even a dress-up costume. It was just something that I thought was really out there. I have a bit of an extravagant personality. I think a lot of us that start YouTube channels do. I thought this would be an everyday office outfit for me. Can you believe? I know it looks like I'm going to a costume party, but I don't know. I love the colour. I'm walking around my little books. This is a great one I'm reading now by Morgan Housel, The Psychology of Money. New book out now, not sponsored. I love reading, so I don't know. Hey! It can be toned down a bit, can change blazers. Looser and dimmer colour, but I like this one as well.
I remember buying this outfit in ASOS when I was 23, so over a decade ago, and I did not wear this to work. I'm a developer, so I'm used to being in my grey tracksuits.
It doesn't really go actually with the pink skirt. I'll change. These were my favourite trousers, they were my sister's, and they were from a very old shop called J. Norman that doesn't exist anymore. Had them since I was 17. You can see the zip's a bit weird because it opens here and it always looks like your zip's undone. But yeah.
When I run out of ways to move, I karate kick.
I quite like skirts as well. Maria, Maria. She remind me of a West Side Story. I like kind of skirts like this, they're very flattering.
Okay, here is where it goes downhill. I can only apologise for the next items, but I just like them so much, even if they look tacky. I went from Latin to cowgirl.
Joking around after all the videos I've seen of girls doing try-on hauls. You can't buy this stuff. This I got in a market in Cuba. These jeans are from my sister's, like they're super old jeans. These boots were a bit of a joke that I bought with my Spider-Woman costume. And I have no sense of style. I just want to wear this stuff because I've lost a little bit of weight, gained a little bit of muscle, I have a tan from holiday, and I just want to feel good. And a lot of my clothes are sort of costume based, as you can see, because I have no sense of fashion. These boots are made for walking, that's just what they do. I have to sing it badly because I can't put the music on due to copyright reasons. I just need a string of daisies so that I can skip in slow motion in the meadow. I don't know. As you can see, I go completely unhinged and crazy when I'm not in gym wear. In terms of my style, I don't know what this is. These more rocker style, I guess. And I love them because they are short at the front. So they're short at the front. Then at the back, they give you a little bit more leeway. And they cover your ass. A bit more leeway here. You've got the extra little bit of material so that you don't have any problems walking away. Now, of course, it's not all fun and games. Of course, there are old clothes that no longer fit me for various reasons. And I think a lot of people can feel a bit triggered when this happens. So you can see here, I can't really do the zip up of this dress. It's very tight at the bottom, which is where I store most of my fat. I'm going to try it on the video and see if I can do it. Oh, I can do it, but it's extremely tight. You can see here. Oof, sweating. So I'm just about waddling around. I can barely move. This is definitely, you can see the pattern has just gone off. It's a lovely, lovely dress, but it just doesn't fit me. My hips have just got really wide for some reason, and maybe it's age. And I just don't fit into my dress anymore. It's got a tiny slit for a bit of room. I mean, it's still lovely, but the pattern is gone like... It's not giving me a lot of room. And my back is just so big that it's not allowing me to... Oh, there we go. There we go. We've got to learn to be a bit more comfortable with things like this. Like, I've had this dress for over a decade, and my body's going to change, and it's great that I've managed to lose a few kilograms. I've shed a few pounds, but I've also gained muscle, and so there is just more stuff going on here. You know, bigger lats. And arms if it had sleeves. A lot of my clothes don't fit me on the arms now because my bicep is too big. And I wouldn't change that because I love being strong. But yeah, this just looks a bit weird now with this curve.
I thought it was important to show this because even though I have lost a few kilograms and can fit into my old clothes, it doesn't mean the actual shape of my body hasn't changed over the last decade. It's goodbye for now until my friends can widen it. Out with the old, in with the new. This is a more recent dress of mine that I wore for my 29th birthday, only 5 years ago. Not that long ago, right? So this does fit me, luckily. It's recent enough that I think you can still find it in ASOS, where incidentally I get most of my clothes because I'm lazy.
I used to love this little Co-ord outfit. This was from H&M back in the day. When I was slightly bigger, I was always worried because the shorts were too tight, so as I walked, they would ride up. But now, the issue is actually with the top half. Because I've got much larger lats, which I'm very proud of, it's extremely tight. I can't really take big breaths, you can see here on this part, because of the lat. The top is too tight and actually rides up. Normally you could never see my torso, it would be quite down here. Wore it in Bali. Still fits, but a little bit restricting around the lungs now. Okay, this is the one bag I own, and it was because my sister got it for me for my birthday, because they were embarrassed seeing me run around with a plastic bag.
Bruh.
I love this dress, it's very simple. I'm wearing some nude heels with it. Can you see the shoes? Quite high because I like the platform, and then your foot isn't so steep, and then you can last longer in your heels. So yeah, this is like, I don't know, formal work attire in the summer. Yeah, I really, really like this dress. It's just lovely. It's elasticy, so I can walk as well, even though it's tight. bag has nothing in it, so it's just a bit of a hindrance. But yeah, really lovely, really nice fit from a company called Vespa. And I get a lot of their clothes because they just fit so nicely. They just hug you in all the right places, but they're elastic. Obviously I can't do the splits. This is as wide as it goes, but yeah.
Feeling myself. I feel like a strong, confident, entrepreneurial woman.
Little rings.
I would get this dress in every colour under the sun. Imagine it in red.
I feel like a boss with this. Like a CEO in a really successful company. Okay team, today I want our revenues up. Not wearing any bra or anything, it's just lovely, lovely material. Yeah. I'd say my only criticism is that I can't do the splits. But otherwise, it's just a beautiful dress. Elegant and simple. Unlike me. I also love a good animal print. Wore these for my 28th birthday.
Easy to jazz any outfit up. And with a print, you can't see that these are so loose and comfortable. With heavily printed fabrics, it's sometimes hard to gauge what material they're made out of and how loose or tight a particular fabric is on the body.
They also go with the bag.
Making it very flattering, like a nude coloured shoe. Ooh, look at me, I know things. I thought adding the Russian hat would work, alas.
I have the weirdest outfits.
It looks strange because it's out of context, but hear me out. You need some snow, some coat and some tights probably to go with the winter look. The top is so versatile. You see, here I've transported myself into a 70s disco music video. I told you, animal print just zhuzhes up any outfit. I buy lots of skirts and dresses with this asymmetric cut where it goes a bit higher on one side of the leg because it's super flattering. What's definitely not flattering is wearing something too small.
It's just not going to fit. You know, and I have to be okay with that. It doesn't even go up, let alone do the bottom. And this is me having lost a few kilograms of weight. I only want to lose 2 more kilograms to see how it affects my calisthenics training, and I'm going to be doing a DEXA scan in my body recomposition to see how much fat I lost and how much muscle I gained. And I will be giving these bad boys away. They probably used to fit me when I was a bit slimmer, but also didn't have as much muscle tone or as wider hips. And now they don't even go past the hips. They're even tight on the calves, this leathery bit. Yeah, it can barely bend. They used to be really cool. Like I said, I've never been the most fashionable person. They were really cool in my day. And they'll be cool on someone else.
This dress makes its own introduction. I think every girl needs a staple dress in her closet. It's great for weddings. It looks much more expensive than it actually was. I think it was about £45 on ASOS, of course. It's a thin satin material bunched together with lace, similar to the burnt orange skirt that I wore earlier on in the video. And I like the way it moves as you walk in the dress. It's like a piece of art.
One place in my body where I don't want to lose weight are these bad boys. Now, inevitably, that means that some of my lovely jackets won't fit, and you can see I can just about put my arm through, but I can barely, I can't bend it comfortably. Actually, it's not really my arms, more the span of my back. So I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, it's very, very tight, and it hurts when I crease my elbows here because you can see the material is trying its best. Either way, I guess I could wear it like this, but I get quite cold here sometimes. So I'd want to put the zip up. Now again, I've got a small waist, so the zip does go up, but it's just the span of my lats. I think my lats and my biceps. I know I'm talking like I'm really stocky, I'm not, but I'm just trying to show you the reality of, I guess, a woman of a smaller frame like myself, even putting on a little bit of muscle mass and losing fat will still inevitably mean that some clothes just fit differently than they used to, and that's absolutely fine. I still really love this jacket. My fingers have obviously got too slim because my ring's fallen off. Very uncomfortable here. Definitely couldn't put a jumper underneath it like I used to. With a pop of colour. Yes, I do own 2 pairs of red boots. Crazy. And I also can hide my midriff. I know I wear a lot of clothes that show my midriff. It's because I really like my torso. I work hard at it. I have a few visible abs. And, you know, one day I might have a beer belly. So I want to show it off as much as I can. But I also do like high-waisted trousers too. As you can see there, these are really comfy. You can also squat. One day I won't look like this, so I want to make the most of wearing all different types of clothing. I wear costumes and pretend I'm this rocker chick, tomboy, gym girl, girly girl, dress up, all of it. I just like dressing up in costume. That's what I find regular clothing to be. My favourite though has to be extra, extra large, loose, grey tracksuits.
There's no place like home. Thought I'd throw something miscellaneous out there. I feel like when I put on the red hat, I'd be an extra in Noddy if there was a real-life adaptation of the children's TV show. Or it looks like I've just been let out of a psych ward. Either way, these were the disco pants shorts everyone was wearing in the noughties from American Apparel. Best shop ever. The store doesn't exist anymore, but I remember people buying these on eBay because they sold out. Not sure why we liked them so much. And since I've digressed into weird outfits, I end with this one. I obviously bought this to go skiing, and I have gone skiing with it once, but now I tend to wear it in winters when London's too cold. This outfit doesn't really showcase my fat loss and muscle gains, but it does feel a little bit roomier inside, which is nice.
With my normal clothes. So as you can see, I hope you've enjoyed that. No sense of style whatsoever. I really like these jeans. They're all ripped. I feel like the Hulk, like I'm exploding out of them. They're also really low rise, so you can see my nude coloured underwear. Push that down. But yeah, a 90s music video.
Natalie and Bruglia, torn vibes.
This is my normal style that you don't see on YouTube very often. I hope you've enjoyed me taking you through my more extravagant pieces in my wardrobe. The actual pieces of clothing are quite beautiful and interesting. I just don't tend to style them in an interesting way.